If you want to know what questions to ask when your loved one is critically in intensive care on ECMO and the ICU team is telling you that your loved one is going to die, stay tuned. I have news for you. My name is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. Today I have an email from Tracy who asks the following questions. Hi Patrick, my husband is 49 years of age, has been in intensive care at specialist hospitals in the UK, being treated for interstitial lung disease. He's on an ECMO machine and he isn't improving, and they want to turn off his machine. He's fully sedated and his oxygen levels drop and his blood pressure levels are rising every time they try to turn the machine down. He has been given numerous antibiotics and steroids. They say his lungs are inflamed with only a tiny bit of lung working in both lungs, and they mentioned a stiff lung. Is there anything else I can ask them to give him or test him for? They say they can't officially diagnose anything as they are just assuming he has this. Any help would be appreciated. Many thanks from Tracy. Tracy, I'm very sorry to hear about your husband in ICU. Couple of things here. The problem with interstitial lung disease and potentially scarring of the tissue is that there's scarring of the tissue, of the lung tissue, right? And that's when lungs become really stiff. And that's when things get really difficult to reverse. Now, I don't know to what extent your husband has lung disease, and interstitial lung disease in particular. And I don't know to what extent the lungs are stiff, and I don't know to what extent the stiffness of the lungs is caused by scar tissue within the lungs. Now, similar to a scar you have on your skin, you know, some of them are irreversible, and it is the same, or it can be the same with scarring of the lung tissue. If there's irreversible scarring of the lung tissue, then, especially at such a young age of 49 years of age, your husband may need a lung transplant. And that is actually the question you should be asking. You know, you should be asking about treatment options. It sounds to me like treatment options might be maximized here. If they're trying to wake him up and his blood pressure rises, it probably is a sign that he can't breathe. And if he can't breathe, right, that is a sign that the lungs might be too stiff. But at such a young age of 49 years of age, I think the question needs to be asked if he's a candidate for a lung transplant, especially since he's on ECMO, right? So that is the question you should be asking here. Now, I've worked in critical care nursing for 25 years in 3 different countries, where I worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years in intensive care. And I've been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care since 2013 here at intensivecarehotline.com. And I can confidently say that we have saved many lives with our consulting and advocacy here at intensivecarehotline.com. And you can verify that if you go to our testimonial section at intensivecarehotline.com, where you can read up what our clients say. And you can also listen to our podcast at intensivecarehotline.com, where I've done some client interviews who share with you and with our audience how we saved their loved one's life. We even have an ex-ICU patient on one of our podcasts who said he's never going to survive. And there we have him on a podcast. And that's why we have helped many and hundreds of members and clients over the years at intensivecarehotline.com. And we can help you as well. And that's why we created a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care. You can become a member if you go to intensivecarehotline.com. If you click on the membership link, or if you go to intensivecaresupport.org directly. In the membership, you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in a membership area and via email. And we answer all questions intensive care related. In the membership, you also have exclusive access to 21 ebooks and 21 videos that I have personally written and recorded. And all of these resources will help you to make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence, so that your loved one gets best care and treatment always. I also do one-on-one consulting over the phone, Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. And I talk to you and your families directly. I handhold you through this once-in-a-lifetime situation, and you simply can't afford to get wrong. I also talk to doctors and nurses directly, and when I talk to doctors and nurses directly on your behalf or with you, I ask all the questions that you haven't even considered asking, but must be asked when you have a loved one critically ill in intensive care. I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams. We also do medical record reviews in real time so that you can get a second opinion in real time. We also do medical record reviews after intensive care. If you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are suspecting medical negligence. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have. Share this video with your friends and families. I also do a weekly YouTube live where I answer your questions live on a show. And you will get notification for the YouTube live if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, or if you are a subscriber to my intensivecarehotline.com email newsletter. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.